Hey guys, it's Brannan Lawson and welcome to the Art Burn Studio YouTube channel. Today's draw along is a piece of pumpkin pie, not a whole pumpkin pie. Now, pumpkin pie, you love it or you hate it. I come from a family that we don't typically make pumpkin pie on Thanksgiving, but I have a daughter who loves it, so I have started making pumpkin pie more often. So go grab your pencil pouch and your paper and meet me back here so we can get started on our piece of pumpkin pie. Oh, and today I'm actually turning my drawing into a card. So maybe you have some family coming to visit for Thanksgiving, and I'm going to show you how you can fold it and you can turn it into a Happy Thanksgiving card if you feel like it. So feel free to do that.
Let's talk about the supplies in my pencil pouch. Pencils, mechanical pencils, crayons, colored pencils, and markers are all great tools to use during our draw-alongs. Okay, I am here with my pumpkin pie handout that I've printed. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to make a Happy Thanksgiving card. So what you can do, take your paper. Obviously, it's just a normal, a little bit bigger than computer size. Maybe this is a 9x12, but you could use computer size. You're going to fold it, keep it horizontal. Go ahead and fold it. If you want to make a card, this is what you could do. So I'm going to keep it folded. I'm going to draw the pumpkin pie right on the front, or you could draw it on the inside. Maybe write Happy Thanksgiving. Let's do that. Let's write it on the inside, or draw it on the inside, and then we'll write the words Happy Thanksgiving. Okay, remember you have your printout for step by step. I'm going to grab my marker. Again, I'm using a permanent marker. So we are going to draw our pumpkin. I'm not going to do it in the center. I'm going to do it more on the right side since I've made it into a card. So the first two lines are going to be our parallel horizontal lines. Now, leave room over here for the end. All the way for the, most of it is going to be on this side and up here. So now we're going to turn this into a rectangle. Add your vertical lines. And then we're going to make this a three-dimensional. So you're going to start on the point that is on the left of this rectangle. Now, this is where I've got to be careful, because if you're looking at my handout, you're going to see this line. If I draw it with my permanent marker, I'm going to mess up because I have to have erase later to add my Cool Whip. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to draw the full line. I'm going to kind of jump over and leave a spot. So I'm going to start on this corner and I'm going to draw, stop, pick it up, and then finish it where it gets closer to this line. If you have a pencil, you could just draw it and then erase it. Then from this line, we're going to connect more of a curved to this top point here. And this is going to be the crust. So I'm going to start up here with this diagonal line and the curve start. I'm going to come up and I'm going to do a wavy line, and then I'm going to bring it around to this point. So up, bring it right to that point. Then coming off where this crest stops, we're going to do a diagonal line going down to that point. Okay, again, this is where you would erase this part if you did pencil, so we can add our Cool Whip. So the Cool Whip is like just like a big old blob. So it's going to be pointed at the top, curved at the bottom. Now we're going to add the plate our pumpkin pie is sitting on. So it's going to be an ellipse or an oval, not a full over, because you don't see part of it, the back side of the plate. So I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to bring it around to that side. Again, these are great things to do with the pencil and then trace it with the marker, just so if you don't feel comfortable doing this ellipse. And I kind of want to make sure, oh, my paper's not, that these two lines are as close to, you know, like the end of the plate's not way up here. Now on the edges, I'm going to bring a diagonal line down for the edge of the plate. So they're going towards the bottom, and then I'm going to connect the bottom. So that is all that we had to do for the drawing of the pumpkin pie. Now, again, if you want to take it before you add your color, I'm not going to use a permanent marker for that. Let's see, I'm going to use an orange, and maybe you want to write Happy. Then I'll use maybe a different orange. Thanksgiving's a long word, so I'm going to have to make sure I Oh, look, perfect. Happy Thanksgiving. So you could write that on the front, or Happy Pie Day. Now I'm going to add the color. So go grab any other colors. Again, if you want to make it into a card, feel free to do that, and we'll add our color quickly. Okay, so I added the colors. I don't know if you noticed, I used 2 different color oranges. I pretend that the light is shining on the top of the pie. Therefore, the lighter orange is on top. The darker orange, because that would be where the light is not shining as much, a darker orange. And same thing with the blue. I used a lighter blue on top and a darker blue on the bottom. Now, my crust did not turn out like I should have used one of my crayons. I don't know why I thought about that. I was looking for a light brown, but I really didn't find anything that tickled my fancy. I guess I should have looked for my crayons, not my colored pencils. So again, I hope you enjoyed making your Happy Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. Again, you want to write love and then your own name to make your own Thanksgiving Day card.
For joining me as we drew our piece of pumpkin pie. And again, I turned mine into a card. So I hope you took that little spin on our draw along. And like any draw along, you can always change it to a card. That's the cool thing. So I hope you enjoyed this time together.